Beloved child, the celestial messengers have a profound revelation for you today. Listen with an open heart, for what they are about to unveil is not merely a message but a sacred truth, one that has long remained veiled in mystery. However, the universe has conspired to bring you to this pivotal moment, and the wisdom you are about to receive holds the potential to transform everything. Beneath the surface of ordinary life, a silent storm has been brewing, one that has been gathering strength for years. The individual who occupies a sacred space in your heart now stands at a defining crossroads, facing a reality they can no longer dismiss. Outwardly, they maintain the illusion of stability, but within, a tempest of inner conflict rages. They are caught between the existence they once believed was destined for them and the undeniable truth their soul refuses to suppress. For too long, they have persuaded themselves that their choices were correct. They have whispered reassurances to their own heart, convinced that if they just exerted more effort, endured a little longer, or silenced the quiet voice within, everything would eventually fall into harmony. Yet beneath the layers of pretense, they have always sensed a void, an emptiness that no amount of endurance could erase. And now that truth is pressing upon them with a weight too immense to bear. Behind closed doors, an emotional storm has been unraveling. They have spent months, perhaps even years, pretending that all is well, forcing themselves to live within a construct that feels more like captivity than sanctuary. They have smiled when their spirit longed to weep, remained silent when their heart yearned to cry out, and played the part they believed was required of them. But the walls they built to contain their emotions are now closing in, and the truth they once buried is rising, relentless and unyielding. This revelation is no longer a whisper in the night. It is a force that demands acknowledgement. Whether they embrace it or resist, its impact will shake the foundation of their life, their relationships, and the path they once deemed unchangeable. The burden of this reality grows heavier each day, leaving them ensnared between the life they constructed and the life their soul aches to embrace. They are torn between responsibility and longing, between expectations and the unshakable call of their heart. But what is this truth they have fought so fiercely to suppress? Why have they spent years denying it? They have buried it, pushed it away, convinced themselves that with enough time, it would simply disappear. Yet truth does not wither, it strengthens. And now it refuses to remain hidden any longer. And you, dear one, are not a bystander in this unfolding story. You have not arrived here by mere coincidence. The connection between you and this person is not a fleeting accident, but a thread woven into a grander tapestry, one orchestrated by divine hands beyond human comprehension. You were meant to hear this message at this exact moment. Can you sense it? The subtle shift in the air, the stirring of unseen forces, the certainty that something long concealed is about to emerge into the light. Every sensation you've experienced, every unanswered question that kept you searching, every restless whisper in your soul, it has all led you here. And now the veil is lifting. The truth is this: the person who holds a sacred space in your heart has finally admitted to themselves what their soul has always known, but their mind refused to accept. The choice they once made, the life they committed to, was never truly aligned with their deepest truth. At the time, they believed they were following the right path. They convinced themselves that dedication and perseverance would shape their happiness, that if they just gave enough, everything would eventually fall into place. But in the depths of their being, a quiet knowing has always remained, a certainty that something was missing. Each day has been a silent battle against their own essence. They have struggled to silence the voice inside, the one that persistently called out for something more, called out for you. No matter how they tried to suppress it, numb it, or dismiss it as fantasy, the truth refused to fade. The emotions they have carried, regret, longing, uncertainty, love, have only intensified with time. And now the moment of reckoning has arrived. The barriers they erected to contain these feelings are crumbling. The life they have tried so desperately to accept is now unraveling, no longer sustainable under the weight of their unspoken truth. They can no longer live in deception. They can no longer pretend. The truth is demanding to be faced, and the choice before them is clearer than ever before. But this revelation is not solely about them. It is about you, your path, and the role you are destined to play in the unfolding of this sacred transformation. You have been placed in this moment for a reason. The universe is whispering to you, unveiling the hidden so that you may navigate the choices that will shape your own destiny. This is no mere accident. This is the hand of fate at work. So now the question is not only what they will do, but what you will do. Will you open your heart to what is being revealed? Will you embrace the truth that is unfolding before your very eyes? Will you allow yourself to see reality not as you once wished it to be, but as it truly is? The answers you have sought are here. The feelings you sensed, the magnetic pull toward this person, the deep knowing that something was always out of place. It was all leading to this moment. But this is just the beginning. What happens next will reshape everything. This person stands at the precipice of transformation. They can no longer deny their soul's calling. And as they stand on the threshold of this awakening, they must choose to continue living a life that stifles their true essence or to step forward into the light of their most authentic self. And you must choose as well. Are you ready to embrace the truth? Are you ready to trust what your soul has always known? Take a deep breath, dear one. The moment of truth has arrived. They are ready to break free, not out of anger, not for revenge, but because they can no longer exist in a life that does not belong to them. They have carried burdens that were never meant to be theirs, silencing their heart, denying their desires, convincing themselves that this was the life they were meant to endure. But the soul knows when it is imprisoned. And no matter how long one tries to suppress the truth, it always rises, powerful and unrelenting. This is not merely about walking away. It is about reclaiming their true essence, stepping into the life that was always meant for them. It is about shedding the masks, dissolving the illusions, and finally surrendering to the profound, undeniable pull of destiny. And so I ask you, will you embrace this truth with an open heart? Will you stand in faith as the winds of change begin to stir? This is not a journey of destruction, but one of rebirth. This is not about loss, but liberation. Let us not mourn what is being left behind, but celebrate what is about to unfold. Let us not dwell on endings, but welcome the beauty of new beginnings. Let us not cling to the past, but step forward into the limitless future. For today is not a day of sorrow, it is a day of awakening. Today is not a day of regret, it is a day of divine alignment. And so we pray, we trust, we surrender to the path that has always been written in the stars. For true love does not bind, it sets free. And now the soul is coming home. Chawaman.